how to make an inside out flower. They're actually very simple. It's a nice piece of fabric folding that you can add to any quilt that you might want to make, or a quilt top that you'd like. It turns out to be a nice little square, so any piece that you see is a square piece, you can more than welcome to interchange it with this little inside out flower. Kind of changes the shape of the square, so you'll want to use it at your discretion, but it's kind of nice little dimension you can add to your quilt. First, we've got a 6-inch square here. This 6-inch square will fold down to a 3-inch square. However, it's not always half, so make sure you do a couple of practice runs to get your formula just right, so that you can make sure that you're folding all of your smaller squares to the correct dimensions that will fit inside of your quilt. We're going to start with a, like I said, 6-inch piece of fabric. We've got a front side and a back side. We're going to lay it face down, as you can tell right here. You're going to need something to be used as a finger pressing tool. If you fold a lot of these, your fingertips will get really dry, and don't want that. It'll irritate your fingers. So you can use anything. You can use a little children's play block. You can use a little plastic die. You can even use a glass rose vase. Anything to help take that pressure off the fingers. We're going to take this first edge, fold it up to the top edge, and we're going to make just a nice simple crease line down there. Turn it 1/4 turn, and we're going to do the same thing the other way. And as you can tell, whenever we open this up, you will see a nice crisscross line. Then we're going to take this corner here, and we're going to, this bottom right corner, we're going to fold it up into that, where those 4 corners meet, those 2 lines intersect. They make four nice little corners. We're going to fold our little corners up into it, just like this. And then we're going to take this and turn it over, just as you see here, like that. And you can see we've got us a nice square, and we've got the nice diagonal folded lines that go from corner to corner. We're going to take this bottom edge here, right here. We're going to make it intersect where those 2 lines intersect right there. We're going to make them come right up there, fold that down, 1/4 turn, do it again. Once again, you're going to do this on all 4 sides, just like that. And now, as you can tell, we've got the square. You can see very clear, we've got a little X going on there. We've got these 4 lines here that go along, and that's what you want. We're going to take us a little needle and thread, and we're going to fold the right side and the left side together. And we're going to flip up this little ear, and we're going to go in between, and you're going to go right above where those 2 little lines intersect on that very bottom layer of fabric. And you're going to want to just make a little stitch. The stitch, you're not going to want it to be very tight. You're going to want it to be kind of a loose little stitch, so you have a little bit of play and the fabric is able to move just a little bit. You can turn it 1/4 of a turn, and you're going to open this side out. You're going to open up here. You're going to open all the way up to where that stitch is. That stitch is going to help hold that open. And you're going to open up, see where that stitch is now holding that? Open that up. You're going to fold that edge into it. You've got your nice little ears out here like this. And then you're going to turn it and do the same thing. Obviously, if you're left-handed versus right-handed, you'll be turning this the opposite direction. Whatever works for you. Again, fold that down. And now if you will look in here, this is that nice little stitch right here, and this is our 2 edges. We're going to take our little needle and thread, and we're going to make us a nice little stitch right above that. Here, right underneath there. And again, not a real tight one, just a nice loose little one. We're just kind of keeping all these layers of fabric together. We're going to go through the bottom, turn it upside down, the whole piece, and we're just going to make a little slip stitch. Trim that off. It's fine with that little tail there. We're going to take then, we're going to open it up, and you've got this square, and you've got these little ears that stick up. Well, we want these ears nice and square. We want them pressed. So we're going to take our little dice here. We're going to press those out nicely. I've did it I had it this way. I'm going to open it out, do it this way like this. And we're going to press those like that. Then we're going to open it up, square it to me again. Now we're going to take these little ears, and these are all nice pressed, nice sharp edge. We're just going to fold that down so it makes that little kite looking piece. Same thing with this. I've got a triangle that folds down into a kite, or looks like a little diamond shape. Again, we're going to do that with all 4 pieces. Just like that. So we have this like this. We're going to take now and turn all of this over. Sometimes they can want to pop up on us. And we'll just take our dies and we're just going to rub across the back side just to help make all of those stay down for us. Depending on how many you're going to be making for your project, if you're making several of them, you can make several of these, one right after the other, however many you're comfortable with. If you're doing this project and you only get to work on it for 15, 20, 30 minutes in a day, make up as many as you can, then take to store them. What you're going to do is just take you a dry iron and just set it on top of that for just a couple of seconds. That will help set those seams, those creases for you. And then you can take them just like this, stack them on top of each other, slide them inside of a Ziploc bag, and they can store. They can store like this for however long they need to get them all folded. If it takes you a whole year, they'll stay like that for a whole year. It won't hurt them at all. Just take them, lay them down there. After you're done, you've got them all made, all your different colors. You're going to take your square, because now you can see it's a 3-inch square, just like what would have been in your regular quilting pattern. You add your edges to it with your 1/4-inch seam, just like you would any other piece. Where it's folded, like right here it's folded, you just seam right across that. It's not going to hurt it at all. That's what you're supposed to do. Then you assemble your entire quilt, finish your top, put your wadding in there, your backing, quilt it all out. Finish the quilt all out. And it's going to look like this every place. You can quilt all the way up to this line right here. You can quilt all over in here. Just don't quilt inside of this, because after you've quilted it, this is where the fun part's going to come. Now if you've got it all finished, you're going to take and open these little ears up. And you'll have to maneuver the back side. You're going to be pushing up a little bit underneath there and just pulling those up. You can either do them like that and kind of turn them inside out, or you can just open them up kind of flat like that. If you prefer, you can do that, or you can open them up a little more with a little bit more of a lip looking on them. Either way, you take them and you open them up. You can take a seam. You're going to want to take a little stitch and slip stitch these down just so they will stay down. They won't come up on you. It'll also help seal in all those raw seams down there. Makes it durable to be able to wash it on gentle cycle. After I'm done, I usually like to take and put a little button or a bead or something in the center of it to make it look a bit more finished. Hope you enjoy this. Hope you enjoy making some folded inside out flowers. Hopefully they will show up in your next project. And hope you have yourself a very lovely day.